Hello and welcome back to Flight Club, the talk show where we pretend COVID doesn't exist and that Tiger Air is worth 5 hours of discomfort to save you $20. My name is Tyler Lindsay Smith and I will be your host for this evening. In this huge episode, we will be joined by one of Perth's most prolific comedians. It's the host, writer, producer and creator of Australia's only late night talk show. It's Colin Ebsworth. Joining Colin on the couch is winner of Dancers Paradise 2017 choreographer, music producer and DJ, it's Denzel Mahusey. We will also be pitting our guests against one another in their movie knowledge in our quiz Movie Your Way. Not to mention we'll be having a live performance from the Fremantle acoustic duo Yo-Yo Sun, performing their single Phantom Limb. All that and more right after this from our partners at WAMFest. Welcome back to Flight Club. Without further ado, let's bring our very first guest of the show on. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the host of Ebsworth tonight. It's Colin Ebsworth.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No
it's
worries.
cool. What a nice setup.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very fresh. 3-day lockdown. I slept the entire time. I'm re-energized and reinvigorated. Thank you, McGowan.
Ask for more.
Yeah, I think the whole state can. Yeah.
Well, that's true. So I hear that you run Ebsworth tonight,
Yep.
obviously, titular character right here. But I heard you had to postpone it. What happened with that?
Yeah. So we had to postpone because the day before, all our marketing, everything was going great. We sold tickets. It was awesome. And then Daddy McGowan came in. He pulled me aside. He said, "Colin, no." He said we had to go into obviously the lockdown, and we had it first day of the lockdown was scheduled. So obviously we had to postpone. We were very lucky. We managed to get a rescheduled date, the May 20th, which is great. But for that 3 days, it was a lot of messages from family and friends being like, "Oh, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good."
Yeah, that explains why you slept the entire time. Just to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it
No, definitely. It was probably the biggest, disappointment apart from Well, that's high praise for Perth. So there's a lot going on. I was like, have you seen Elizabeth Quay? No, so it wasn't that bad relative to other stuff going on.
What is Ebsworth tonight?
It's a mouthful, apparently.
Yeah,
That's exactly. It's a bad title. I really should have just gone
Did
with
you
like,
run it through some focus groups?
yeah, no, actually, the first iteration was the Lounge Live. We used to do it over the Comedy Lounge,
yeah.
but then they stopped booking female comedians, so we decided to move to a more inclusive venue.
No way.
Well, don't tell that officially, but no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, check their lineups. Then we moved to the Reco app because the show was selling out so well there, so we went to a bigger venue. And yeah, it's just been phenomenal. And then we decided the bigger venue might be worthy of, like, now that we're getting a bit of momentum, to change it up. So we went with Ebsworth tonight, which is just, I don't know, I guess like a little homage to like classic late night talk shows. And we were all raised on them, which is something I really liked. So yeah, it's not exactly the most unique thing, but I just think it's a nice little tip your hat.
Well, like you said, it's a nice little classic. Like
Yeah,
homage, as you said.
yeah,
So,
definitely. It's either that or Ebsworth Live, or maybe Sunrise.
Oh, of course,
But apparently, obviously copyright, etc.
Is it? I've never heard of it.
No, oh, well, thank you. Yeah. I think no one under 50 has. Yeah, definitely. Poor Koshi. I just want to know that he's okay and unemployed.
Sorry, that's too funny. How much goes into producing a show like this?
Too much. I've taken on too much. I need to cut back. So we do it every 3 to 4 months now because we do a 2.5 hour show. So it's a huge production, and I don't think people realize that. We have an amazing audience, and a lot of them come back for repeat productions because they go, oh, I get it now. This is cool. This is big, but it's massive, and it all has to be incredibly topical. So it's all got to be written within a month leading up to it. But I mean, we take all the favorite stuff. So like all this classics, like a monologue segment, and news segments, desk segments, and all unique things we come up with. But then also we have funny sketches and investigative pre-recorded pieces, and bands, musicians, and guests and comedians. Like it's massive. So I mean, hundreds of hours. And now that the crew's blown out to like 25 people.
25?
Yeah, it just started with me and a producer and 2 people filming it just for posterity. And now it's this thing where people are like asking me regularly, hey Colin, what do we do about this? And I'm just like, I don't know, ask the guy. Oh, my name's on the thing. Okay, great.
Okay, now I know why people are asking.
I know, I can't be like, no, just ask the, oh God, my God.
That's me.
I should have named it like Callum tonight. So everyone's like, who the hell is this Callum guy? I'm like, I don't know, but you need to check with him.
Yeah, go see him. Oh, so I mean, your name is on it, so obviously, it's your baby, I assume. Like,
yeah, I realized it was a weird thing. I thought about whether or not I wanted my name on it, but I realized it's like, actually, if you stand behind everything you say, then you should. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I went the John Hughes approach.
So if like this is your baby, you're kind of controlling it. Where do you see it going in the future?
Well, we'd like to do more regular shows. We've just launched the Patreon to get more crowdfunding support. We're going to be live streaming the next one. We want to start doing after parties after the show because a lot of people will see the musical act because we get some incredible acts on and go, we want these people for longer. And we went, okay, we've managed to partner up with Pirate Life Breweries. So I was like, why don't we just get Pirate Life to host a massive party afterwards?
Mate.
So we have a lot of irons in the fire of stuff we want to be doing in future.
Yeah.
But depending on any future lockdowns, we would love to keep recording like the studio-based stuff. We just want to put out as much content as possible, and it seems like that is what the audience wants. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, and it's so cool to see, like, that this just keeps growing and growing. But something that I'd like to ask you is, where'd the inspiration for all of this come from for you?
Oh man, I mean, we all grew up with like Rove and stuff like that. So I was, as a kid, would just watch that and then recite it like ad nauseum the next day.
Really?
Yeah, Melbourne comedy galas or anything like that. The first comic I saw was like Ashbach when I was 14 at the Playhouse, which is now, it used to be in Subi, I think.
Yeah.
But that was, it was the most fun doing that kind of stuff. And I think eventually, I never thought I could actually do stand-up, but I was like, oh, I want to do something like that. So once I got used to writing, that was kind of the final hurdle. And then it just became very natural to want to put out as much stuff as possible. And a talk show is exactly that format.
Yeah.
You get bored with your material if you do it. Like I've been doing comedy like 11 years now.
Yeah.
Too long. But something like this, there's such a fast turnover. You can record it, put it out, people can view it a lot, but you're working on the next thing and the next thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's a thing that suits me, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've made it? Like.
Oh, it like made it for Perth? I don't know.
Well, yeah, obviously just for Perth. And,
Well, whenever I go
big
interstate,
fish
there's like,
pond,
they pause a second longer before they go, who? So like that's making it Perth. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's cool. Like it's definitely, it's one of the weird things in Perth. If you just tell people like, oh, okay, this is actually going really well. People go, oh, it must be going really well. It must be going-"
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have called it like the super successful happy hour or something. People were
For
like,
sure.
oh, yeah.
That guy must be super successful
Yeah.
and having a happy hour all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I see the title.
Well, all the girls in high school that didn't pay attention to me still don't. Way to stick to your guns, ladies. But one day they might. One day we'll see, and then I'll have mates. Yeah.
So you have been over east though, like and
Yeah,
performed over
I've
there?
been over. Yeah. So we go over east and stuff. You know, for gigs every now and then. I usually try and do a leg if I'm going elsewhere. But it's just Perth is an amazing scene for comedy, and it's like getting in a really good creative kind of reconditioning phase where they're building back up after the mining boom, then like petered out and the recession and
Yeah,
stuff. It was
yeah.
hard. Perth comedy was massive for a while,
Yeah.
and it's kind of getting back on its feet, which is good.
What do
So
you
it's a
think the
nice home
difference
base.
is between the two, like
In
over
eastern
east and
states?
Perth?
Oh man, it's every scene is totally unique. In Melbourne, they want. Okay, this is bad. But this is not my joke. But there's a thing in Sydney, it's set up punchline. In Adelaide, it's set up punchline. And in Melbourne, it's set up. They love a story. They love storytelling comics. Oh, is that meandering nonsense?
Oh, I
my God.
love it.
Yeah, I swear to God, one time I did a eulogy at a funeral and the project was like, this is the funniest shit. Can we get you on? This is amazing. This is the most Melbourne comedy I've ever seen.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I know. Move over Hannah Gadsby. I'm even more depressing. No.
So when's the next episode of Ebsworth Tonight coming?
May 20th. So we managed to reschedule, which is great. I talked to McGowan. He said, you're all good.
Yeah.
He's organized, no more cases to happen during that time, which is really nice of him. I appreciate that. Shout out McGowan. So yeah, May 20th, what we'll be doing. And then we have more scheduled for August and December, but we'd love to be doing pre-recorded stuff. We put it all through our socials and we have content scheduled out
Love it. Well,
non-stop.
there we go. 20th of May is when we'll see the next episode of Ebsworth Tonight. Thank you very much for having a
Thanks for having me.
conversation. We're going to introduce our next guest now. It is Denzel Mahouze. Hello and welcome, Denzel. How are you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. Just
That's
vibing.
Awesome, love it. So, you've gone all around the world, I hear, competing in many different places. Is there one place that like really stands out to you?
Yeah, I've actually been to Mexico with one of my dance families over in Brisbane. It's called, my dance family is called Soul Fam.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Mexico was an amazing place to be at. Like there was like crews from all around the world, people from Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Canada. And it was amazing. I stayed there for like a week. The first day is the competition,
Yeah.
and then the rest is just partying with like all
Really?
the dancers around the world. Yeah.
So did the competition go for like a week, or was it literally you're there for a week and then hey, just party for like?
It was for a week. Yeah. The first day was a comp.
Yeah.
And then there was like events every day.
Okay.
So sometimes you'd wake up like hungover, and then you'd sit by the pool, chill with everyone, and then do it again at nighttime.
Yeah.
Just vibe out with everyone.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
When did you kind of realize that dancing and like music production, DJing and stuff, that was something that you wanted to do?
Well, in high school, I think it was around 2012. I just really liked to. I saw some dancers in the dance studio, and they were just breaking and everything. And I went on YouTube. I was like, oh, I want to do something different. They're doing something with their feet. I'm gonna do something with my hands. Yeah. So
hell yeah.
I searched up tutting and everything, and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
of
it was crazy, man. Like I rocked up the next day, and I was like, yo, you can't do this, baby. Yeah.
So that's like your style then?
Yeah,
okay.
tutting. That was like one of my first styles, and then eventually I was like, oh, okay, there's more to just hand movement. I kind of wanted to just do like my whole body, and yeah, I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and it just inspired me.
Man, that's amazing. How old were you like around that time?
I was like 13,
Wow.
13 years old, yeah.
Do you like, so obviously you've got your influences in tutting, but is there like any particular artists or anything who like really inspired you?
There's actually like a couple of choreographers from like LA. So like one of my favorites is like Brian Puspos, Keone Madrid, Dan Martin, and they're just like a big influence on like the whole dance world.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, they were just amazing to watch. I literally would download their videos, put it in like a USB, and just watch it over and over again. That was like my study time.
Yeah,
At high school, I was in like my maths class.
yeah.
And I was just like watching all these videos, and the teacher would just wouldn't know.
Well, it's obviously paid off. Got heading to Mexico for a week.
100%, yeah.
That's where it should be. And like, do they inspire your dress, or is this all you?
This is just me, yeah.
This is
I
just
just
you?
like being comfy.
Yeah, no, I love it.
It's
I love
a
it.
warm day, but it's just fine.
Well, so like, do you have a specific process with how you kind of come up with your choreography?
It all comes down to the music. The music is what like inspires me to like pretty much put movement to the music, because yeah, it's very like I do like a lot of hip hop, a lot of trap, and those sounds are just like really sharp and like hard hitting.
Yeah.
And like I just have so much energy, and like I just put it towards like heavy trap drums and everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I love it, man. That's
100%.
sick.
But other than that, I just like to like have headphones in, walk around my house, just vibe out a little bit. If I like a move or two, then I'll go to the studio and just make choreography.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I mean, so you've obviously been all around the world then to compete. You were telling me before how there's actually a competition going on over East that you were supposed to be at.
Dan Scheller, man. All my friends are over East. They're like having a competition. They just had orientation day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually did like 5 mixes for some of the teams.
Yeah.
There's actually a Perth team from the Society
Yeah.
from Perth. They just flew over yesterday.
Are they your
compete.
team? Like, would you have competed with them if you'd gone over?
I used to be part of them. I used to be part of them in 2014 and 15.
Yeah, right.
Went to Vegas and San Diego with them.
Far out.
Yeah,
You really
yeah.
have been everywhere. Hey?
100%, 100%.
So, like, I mean, I've already asked this question of our comedian on the couch, but do you think there's a big difference between the East and Perth scene?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of differences, because like there's Sydney, there's Melbourne, there's they're like really close to each other, and there's a lot of crews there. There's a lot of dancers, but over in Perth, like we kind of had to like really help grow it a lot more, because like there wasn't a lot of choreographers flying in,
Oh, really?
and there was at times, but I guess like over the past like 5 years, the Perth dance community has like grown a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think because I've traveled around the world, and a few of my friends have traveled around the world, like I just love bringing it back to Perth and
Yeah, right.
getting them to experience this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you had one piece of advice for someone starting out right now, what would it be?
Oh, starting right now.
Yeah.
Learn your foundations, people. You gotta go groove. You have to groove. You have to listen to music.
Yeah.
Because like in this day and age, like it's so easy to copy like a bunch of choreography and just get it straight away. And there's just like a lot of like underlying bricks that you have to build for your house.
Yeah.
You can't go straight to the roof, otherwise
Love it.
bang, it'll fall down.
Well, thank you very much for answering our questions. You're sticking around for the game show?
Stick around, man.
Lovely. All right,
go.
fantastic. Well, we'll be back with our quiz, Movie or Ray, right after this promo from our partners at Whamfest.
She don't follow rules out here, only following a groove. She feel headstrong like a bull, no fit. No time for a full switch gears on a move in the groove. Oh yeah, she said, come get some power in you. Baby, this the way I do. I can see a flower in bloom. Yeah, this a thing or two. I can learn from a girl like you, everything you do. Couldn't get the words out, couldn't get the words out. I couldn't get the words out for the first time. Can't get you out my mind, said I can't get you out my mind. I gotta get close to you, said I gotta get close to you. She been like Rihanna, she been like Rihanna. Sundress in summer, she know I like that. She know I like that. Fine like no other, I do no mind. Whatever you like, whatever you like. Skin golden hour, fine like no other. Love how you put it on me. Coming live from the motherfucking west side. Hit me up when it's late, cause I get it right. I'm here for you, baby, tonight. Cause you been like, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. Our game for the evening is the completely original Movie Your Way, the game where we test your movie knowledge and have you fight for the unwanted title of the ultimate nerd. So, let's meet our contestants again today. We have Mr. Colin Ebsworth and Mr. Denzel Mahuzay. Now, how this game works is we will ask you a bit of random movie trivia. Whoever buzzes their name, so your name is your buzzer, you say your name, you will, and answer it correctly, you will get a point. And at the end, whoever has the most points is named the ultimate nerd.
Let's go, baby. We on.
So, without further ado, let's move into question 1. Very easy one here. Finish the quote. Luke, I am your...
Denzel. Father.
There we go.
Faja.
So...
Weirdo. Singing, dancing, acting, triple threat.
He's got everything, man. There is like 4 options to choose from if you need them. Obviously, that one's pretty easy if you want buzz earlier. But,
Okay.
you know, do your thing.
Damn, Denzel.
I was about to say your name.
Where does this come from? Toto, I don't think we are in Kansas
Colin,
anymore.
Wizard of Oz.
There we go. 1 more
Oh, look, cool
point.
graphics.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like little graphics.
Spam
Mama,
notes
on
first. She's here though. She's like, hey,
What is... So, question 3. What is the name of Raj's dog in The Big Bang Theory? If you guys don't know...
Sorry, that comedy's too highbrow for me. I'm so sorry. I can't.
That's funny.
Give me something like Frasier, the stupid stuff.
So you've got Max, Cinnamon, Buttercup, or Scotty. Does someone want to take a shot?
Colin, Scotty.
Uh,
I thought maybe because
that makes sense. Beam me up, Scotty, and everything.
Yeah.
You are, however, incorrect.
brutal.
Yeah?
Is it Max?
No, it's not Max. It's Cinnamon of all names. It's
Hey, they're really making
Cinnamon.
us feel bad.
Yeah, they really get to you. Question 4. Where does Carl's wife want to travel in the movie Up? Paradise Falls?
Colin, Paradise Falls.
Yeah, you got it correct. That's it.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fun.
fun.
Who's seen
I
Up?
love
No, that's
I'll fight
fine.
everyone.
I love that movie.
What year did Toy Story come out? Yeah. This is the first Toy Story. There's been-
1999?
That is
God
incorrect.
dang it.
Colin,
So-
it's 92.
That is incorrect.
Oh, really?
It's 95. Split the difference between you guys. You would have gotten there.
All right, well, that's half a point each. Great.
Yeah. Half a point. We'll give him half a point.
I don't make
each,
the rules.
please.
Yeah.
That's right. I make the rules. Half a point, please. So question 6. Who has the purple lightsaber?
Colin. Oh.
Paper, scissors, rock. Let's do paper, scissors, rock. So he
I-
gets to answer first.
All right, I went off. I was like, I'll hit him with a dab. You go. Who do you think?
Mace Windu.
Yes, of course it is. There we go.
You can win this, and I'm still coming
can we
out
give-
this
I've got the purple
the
jumper
winner.
too.
Can we give Colin half a point because he was a nice gentleman?
Yeah, it was very nice. I took
Okay,
advantage. I was like, yo, Mace Windu, baby. That's the one.
So, question 7. In Friends, where is Ross and Emily's honeymoon? Too highbrow for you again.
No. I know.
So, you've got Egypt, Greece, London, or New York.
Colin, London.
That
Isn't they? Isn't Emily
is
from London?
incorrect. She's from London, but they don't honeymoon in London. Why would you
Yeah,
go to
why
where
would you
you're
go to
from
London?
to honeymoon?
Is it because he's a paleontologist and they went to Egypt?
You can't answer twice.
I'm just saying he can have the
Egypt.
point. I'm just saying.
Egypt.
Dang it.
It's
I'm throwing him
Greece.
off.
They went to
dang.
Greece. Moving on, question 8.
Oh, good. No,
How long did it take? I should have read these questions beforehand. How long did it take Gene?
It's like something you can't say.
How long did it take Gene Passepartout and Phileas Fogg to travel around the world?
How, Colin?
Oh,
90 days.
oh.
Oh, around the world in 80 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
80
90
days.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Did
like,
you-
no, I
you
was
said-
thinking how long it takes.
Well,
for
you
Semlink
got
to
there
get back to
anyway.
you.
Cool.
That's what I was
So that's actually all the questions we've got time for. So who has won? Do we have a score there? Colin comes out on top. Look at that.
I'm gonna win biggest nerd anyway.
Congratulations.
This is fun.
Well,
It's-
after such a great game, I guess Colin is crowned the ultimate nerd. Now, with the game out of the
What
way,
gave it away?
with the game out of the way, we will be having a live performance from the acoustic duo. It is the one, the only Yo-Yo Sun.
I used to wonder what life would be like after you were gone. In some ways I was right, in lots of ways I was wrong. I knew I'd miss you like a phantom limb, 'cause even imagining can't prepare you for some things. 'Cause when you died, you didn't die. 'Cause like the resurrection, every rolling wave of grief, and you get a mention. I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind. At the funeral, the priest said, now you're free. But all the sweet memories of you are still trapped inside of me, like a cage of butterflies that are fluttering in the dark, and one might fly right out my mouth if the right questions are asked. Oh, I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind. See, doesn't grief destroy us, but isn't grief just love? The strongest yearning to pull you back from the air above. Instead, I'll keep on loving you. I'll hold space in my mind to always have you whole and near, to keep you divine. Oh, I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind, and I love you, you're on my mind. Say you're always and forever on my mind.
Wow, what an amazing performance. And that is unfortunately all the time we have for today. I want to give a special thanks to our guests, Colin and Denzel. Thank you very much for coming on board, boys.
for having us.
Really,
Thanks, man.
really enjoyed it. As well as Yo-Yo Sun, of course. And last but not least, I want to thank everyone behind the scenes for putting this show together so that for the last time, this is Tyler Lindsay Smith signing off on Flight Club. Thank you very much.